And welcome back, fellow Dragon Ball Z what-ifers, to What If Kid Goku had died and trained with King Kai. Last time on the Dragon Ball Z What If, Vegeta and Nappa had come to town, only to get a really rude awakening from the neighbors. That they aren't the big shots here. Nappa, unfortunately, lost his life to Vegeta. And Vegeta, right now, was left with a choice. You can either go and never come back, or you could stay and try to do what Raditz did. Try to, get along with this world and grow and be a part of things. And Raditz was like, we can beat Frieza together. We can, with what we've learned here, we can completely overtake Frieza Vegeta. It doesn't have to be as it always has. So, Vegeta was given the choice. Would he stay? Would he stay or would he go now? If he stayed, it would be trouble. But if he sees Frieza, it'd be double. Actually, I should have done it the other way around. There's two of them and only one of Frieza. Oh well. So come on and let me know. Will Vegeta stay or will he go? And I get flagged for copy and say, it's copyrighted. So yeah, that's the question that's being asked. Does Vegeta stay? And Vegeta, unfortunately, right now, Vegeta would probably hightail it because he'd probably want to recoup, figure out what to do, and how he can maybe get his revenge on, him. Unfortunately, because I believe because the Dragon Balls got mentioned, Vegeta would know about Namek because he knew that the Namekians created the Dragon Balls when it was mentioned in when they were going to kill Piccolo and all that. They mentioned that they knew about the Dragon Balls anyway. So he thinks, okay, there's no way I'm going to be able to use their Earth Dragon Balls because these guys clearly outmatch me. God, that insuperates me and my pride! But there is Namek I can try out. And maybe if I play my cards right, I can just get Frieza to take both these schmucks out. And I'll use the Dragon Balls and get immortality and one-up all three of their asses. That, I feel like, would be Vegeta's mentality. So Vegeta says, yes, you win. I have nothing left. I'll go. And just as you asked, I'll never return. Oh, just a laugh. But at the same time, they're like, wait. It's like, so are you sure about this, Vegeta? We could build something great here. It doesn't have to be the Saiyan race. The Saiyans we don't have to rule this planet. We can live together in peace and peace and harmony. Look, you've already beaten me. Don't insult our pride and culture. Now, I'll take my leave. Raditz is a little more suspicious. Like, wait. It's like, this isn't... Vegeta's doing this... Vegeta's not leaving for no reason. He's planning something. And Vegeta hightails out of there. Raditz trying to figure out what the deal is. He's trying to figure out something. But what is it? Not quite sure, really. So, like I said, we can get the Dragon Balls and maybe resurrect that Nappa guy if you like. Nappa? Oh, yes, that's right. Nappa was killed. Let me think on that. He was a bit of a dick. Now, I had someone ask, actually, I had two people ask, you should have them bring Paragus and Broly to Earth. It's like, they don't know about Paragus and Broly. It's not like, point out where all the Saiyans in our universe are. It's like, we could do that, sure. Actually, that's not really, I think, in Shenron's power. Because he can't pinpoint a Super Dragon Ball in the vastness of the universe. So, that I think actually finding individuals on certain planets, but at the same time, people can be wished off of Namek. So, it's clear it's in his power. But they'd first have to find Saiyans, and then they have to use the wish the following year to bring them back. And that's only if they really care about finding other Saiyans. So unless I wanted to tailor the story to them bringing Paragus and Broly to Earth, I'm not going to be doing that. So anyway, they're just trying to figure it out. And that being said, mentioning the Dragon Balls does strike a chord in Raditz. Not because, yes, the Dragon Balls, these things are powerful. Because at this point, it's like, no, he doesn't care about that. He's happy with, honestly, the life he's found. But something about it's like, Vegeta heard that too. He wouldn't even want to stay to try to get the Dragon Balls? But no, he knows he'd have to go through us. Raditz is racking his brains around this, and he's been trying to figure spends a while trying to figure it out. So everything is fine on Earth for the time being. They'll get some minor training in here or there, but because they're not training for anything specific, there's no real massive amount of training. What I think Goku would be trying to show, and someone brought this up about the Ikari form, I don't think Goku would be trying to show that off, or trying to teach Raditz that. I think actually what he'd be trying to do is teach him how to control his Uzaro form before he tries to learn the Ikari form. Goku at this point could just go to the Ikari, so he doesn't even need to use the Uzaro. But more importantly, if Raditz can control his Uzaro form, it'll give him a better chance to control his Ikari, or to access Ikari. So I think that's actually what they're trying to do. Now, Raditz, being like any of them, probably knows how to make an artificial moon, so he's been practicing with that. Goku, being vastly superior to him, is just able to just, boom, smack him down if he has to, just knock out the ape, just tap and done. So if he loses control, then they're way off in the mountains where no one is. That's what they're probably doing. Meanwhile, back at Plot B, Vegeta goes to Namek. Now, that being said, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Frieza had already found out about the Dragon Balls. It wasn't through Vegeta. It was just through his own knowledge. So, Vegeta hears that Frieza's going after the Dragon Balls, like, damn it! And if any of you have seen any of my what-ifs where it's just Vegeta doing his thing, this is probably going to go very similar to that, with a few minor changes. So, he gets there, he takes out Kui, he takes out Dodoria, he gets his teeth kicked in by Zarbon, but he quickly heals up from that, and then quickly takes out Zarbon later on. Unfortunately, because he doesn't know how to actually activate the Dragon Balls, he's and yes, you can make your argument, oh well, Krillin and Gohan, all that. They were able to find Dragon Ball and keep it for free, Vegeta, sure. However, that being said, I'm sure Vegeta would, beeline towards the beeline towards Guru's place. Now, for any of you who have been watching my videos, from that point on, you'll know that when he gets the Guru's, his power's probably increased. It's at that 30,000 mark that it was in the original. The problem is Nail's power is around 41,000, so he's a good 33% stronger than Vegeta is. Like, he really actually outclasses Vegeta. He actually would have been pretty helpful against Raccoon. I think that in, like, Dragon Ball Multiverse, they even comment on that, too. It's like, oh, he should have helped us against the Ginyu Force. So Vegeta's just, saying, all right, I know you have a Dragon Ball in there. I'm sorry, can I help you? Yes, you heard me. Give me a Dragon Ball, Green Man, and maybe I'll let you live. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't hear you from way down there. What's that? I can't hear you up there. Is that supposed to be an insult? Is that supposed to be an insult? No, I mean, if you think you're tough, why don't you bring it on, all 4 feet of you? Or should I include, or am I including the hair? It's like, oh, you are definitely the biggest challenge I've had thus far. And that's saying a lot since I've slaughtered half your people. Oh, I'm gonna murder you! No, we have a guess. Yes, Lord Guru, I believe he's the one who slaughtered all people. Do not take his coat, Nail. And honestly, they have a fight, and Vegeta is thoroughly wrecked by Nail. Even more so. Here's the thing. Think about this. He got thoroughly wrecked by Zarbon in his transformed form. But according to the Daizenshu official power levels, Vegeta's at 24,000. Zarbon was only at 28,000. He was only 4,000 higher. So what happens when you pick a Vegeta who's a little over 30,000 against a Nail who's around 41,000? Not gonna end well. Actually, it's pretty much equivalent to what happened with him and Raccoon, except I'd actually say Nail was probably the better fighter. And he lays waste to Vegeta. Now, I don't think he kills him, though. I think Nail's just like, it's like, I'll give you a chance to leave right now. Yeah, I don't really care. Go off and heal on your own in a crevice somewhere. And Vegeta's now just like, damn it all. Oh. And then he realizes that, because he can sense the Dragon Balls, because he can sense your energy, he can sense that Vegeta and them found his hideout stash for the Dragon Balls. because the others don't have scouters, or the others do have scouters here because Vegeta, or because Krillin and, oh no, actually they don't have scouters. I take it back, because Mori, I believe, was the one who destroyed it. I believe it was the Elder Mori who destroyed the scouters. Still, they eventually find, I'm sure they find the Dragon Balls eventually, because Vegeta's wrecked as he is. He has to heal on his own in a crevice somewhere for hours to days on end. And he's like, crap. Now, when he gets done healing, his power will roughly be in like the 200 to 500,000 to 500,000 range, because that's just how the Zenkai worked for him at that point. However, is the planet going to be around that long? Because Frieza gets the Dragon, tries to make the wish, realizes that he needs the Namekians to make the wish with. And then obviously he finds Nail, and he and Guru, and he's basically asking them to do it. There is no Dende, by the way. Dende's dead because there's no Gohan or Krillin here to save him. So Nail and Guru are just like, if you're not gonna kill him, and kill him, why? And why is that? Because if you kill him, the Dragon Balls won't work. He's the one who created them. If the creator of the Dragon Balls dies, the Dragon Balls cease to function. Well, that's actually quite annoying. But then, how about this? And then he suddenly grabs Nail's arm and we're like, no! How about I torture this one, Mr. Guru, was it? Until you give me the power I wish for the Dragon Ball. Until you give me usage of the Dragon Balls. or until you make my wish come true. So basically, Nail just like, no, my son, don't fight him, please. It isn't worth the struggle. No, Lord Guru, it's fine. Fine. I'll do what you ask. Oh, it seems one of you does have some sense of propriety. Very good. Now I'll show you to my ship. And basically, he goes to the ship. Again, if you've ever seen me do this, you actually know where I take this. So basically, it's I want immortality. Wait, just so I'm clear, you want me to say? He's basically saying, because Nail's not dumb either. He's smart. So he basically figures. And someone brought up too that if it's against if they don't wish to go, they don't have to. The dragon, they don't have to do it. But but what he does is Frieza asks and like, I wish for immortality. He's like, let me clarify this. And he says it in Namekian. You want me to say blah 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 blah? That's Namekian. It's like, yes, yes. Purunga. I mean blah blah blah. You heard him. He agreed to it. It's like, very well. And it's like, what? Where are we? What happened? Lord Frieza, none of us actually. Oh wait, no, Zarbon's gone. But Genji's there. I can imagine Genji's there. Lord Frieza, I don't believe any of us actually speak Namekian. When he clarified what you said, you agreed to it. Do you think he actually said for you to have immortality? Well, that filthy little slug. I would have agreed to this if I. But I think that's the case, Lord Frieza. If you hadn't agreed to it, then the dragon wouldn't have been able to teleport us, because he got you to clarify what he said. The dragons, and Frieza again realized that, oh, if I didn't want to kill him, I'd think about hiring him. That was so sneaky. I am going to absolutely destroy him. And then he makes the other wish. I wish they can never find planet Namek again. It's like, very well. Boop. And finally, I wish the resurrection of our Namekian brothers. I was like, and then he brings back all the Namekians that Frieza killed. Because technically he couldn't do that. Purunga could only bring one person back at a time. But I think he knew Dende personally, so they bring Dende back, or Mori. He brings back whoever needs to become the successor. He'd bring back Mori, I'd imagine. Come, Mori. Wait, Nail, I'm alive? How? And we'll explain later. Come on, let's go. And, they fly back to Guru. Guru's like, Mori, my son. My child, you have been brought back. But why me, Lord Guru? Because my time is near. But the Dragon Balls must be used to restore our people. I've ensured our protection with the Dragon Balls. Those villains will not be able to find Namek again. And he passes down his abilities to Mori, and the Dragon Balls reactivate, I believe, because of that. So they use Purunga again to basically. They'd have to do it one at a time, wouldn't they? Because that's the thing. Purunga can only bring one person back at a time. So I mean, they continually do that over and over again. And I'm pretty sure that was the case. Now, yeah, with Purunga, they used him to teleport everyone off of Namek, but they were already alive. That's actually very interesting when you think about it. Purunga's technically stronger than Shenron because he can do more things, but he's actually more limited than Shenron because Shenron can bring people back to life en masse, but Purunga's going to bring back people multiple times. It's an interesting trade-off, but that still leaves a little bit of a problem. Vegeta, you're back. Now, Vegeta's probably spent several days there. He's healed up, so now he's well and truly the strongest thing on the planet. And he's now looking at, where's Frieza? Where are they? What happened? And he basically goes, Nail, and the few Namekians that have been brought back. She's like, give me the Dragon Balls. We can't. They're inactive. Then I'll just kill you. You wouldn't want to do that. Oh, wait. Why wouldn't I want to do that? Your funeral. Nails. Relax. How'd you get here? I thought I said all of Frieza's men out of here. I wasn't working for Frieza when you made that wish, Namekian. I was against them the whole time. I was like, damn it. So that does beg the question: does Vegeta get his wish? No, I feel Nail pulls the same crap because Vegeta wasn't there to see that. Nail probably pulls the same crap on Vegeta. Say, now grant me immortality. All right, just so I'm sure you want me to say immortality. So you want me in Namekian to actually translate Namekian. You want me to say whatever it would be. That's what you want me to say? Say, yes, that's what I want you to say. All right, then. You heard him, Purunga. I can see Nail being such a dick with this. And then what the hell happened? Where am I? And he just sends him to some gnome-named planet where he can breathe. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his ship. So now Vegeta is stuck. Now, again, it's a no-name planet that probably has I'm being nice to Vegeta. It's a no-name planet that has an environment, atmosphere, animals he could eat, so he can survive on the planet. But he's stuck on the planet because he doesn't have a ship. So he probably spends God knows how much time there. Now, will we see him again? Oh, I'm certain we will. But meanwhile, back at subplot B once more, Frieza has been angry and livid the entire time. He's like, damn it. How can we not find this Namek again? We found it the first time. How can we not find it the next time? Perhaps, Lord Frieza, they were able to... I'm trying to get his voice down right. I'm guessing, Lord Frieza, they used another wish to keep us from finding the planet a second time. It's like, those bloody slugs! Must be another place with Dragon Balls. Isn't it any other... Couldn't they exist anywhere else? Unless another Namekian exists out there that was able to create them. Probably not. Oh, and then, surprisingly, what was it? Sherbert was the name of it. Lord Frieza, what is it, Sherbert? I'm not in the mood. Well, it's just this. We were able to record some of the data from Vegeta's ship. And it's quite interesting. Apparently, there was a record of Dragon Balls located on a planet known as Earth that he visited recently. Go on. Yes, apparently he went to go see Raditz is there too, as well as Raditz's brother, Kakarot. They've been living there for a while. It's all in their log here. I was like, oh, really? Pull up the log. Let me see it. And he reads it's like, interesting. Apparently there is Dragon Balls there. Good. So then, and apparently Raditz has made friends with his brother. And the information that Vegeta had is just like, Frieza realized like, apparently his brother, Raditz and his brother are quite the nuisance and quite powerful indeed. This should be quite amusing. Set a course for Earth. It's like, yes, Lord Frieza. Oh no! as King Kai is sensing this, like, oh, no, not good, not good, not good. Goku! Well, oh, hey, King Kai, what's going on? King Kai? You mentioned this King Kai, brother. Who is this King Kai? Oh, you know what? We should probably... Actually, hold on, King Kai. 1 second. You haven't met my brother yet. No, I mean, I'm sure... Look, this isn't a time... It's like... And then, whoop, it's like, wow! Oh, I still haven't gotten used to that. Oh, hello. Hi. It's like, I'm Raditz. I'm King Kai. Oh, you're the one who trained my brother and that Kaio kid, aren't you? And taught him that teleportation technique. Oh, yes, I don't like to bring him. That's not the point. Look, it's nice to meet you, but this isn't a time. Frieza's coming towards the Earth, Goku. What? And Raditz knows exactly who Frieza is. What? Frieza's coming towards Earth? It's like, wait, Frieza? You mentioned Frieza. He's a galactic tyrant, Kakarot. He's the one who wiped... He's the one who wiped out our home planet with a single stroke, with a single attack. He wiped it out in one breath. Whoa! I can't wait to. Then it looks like we got some payback, huh, bro? Can't wait to go toe to toe. Look, Kakarot, you're powerful, but Frieza, he's on a whole nother level. Even as we knew him, we knew he was holding back his true power. It's not something you can just. It's not something you can just take on head on. Well, why not? Is it because? Do you not understand what I'm saying? But Kakarot, he could wipe out a planet instant. Well, so could I technically, and so could you technically. Well, actually, that's a good point. Raditz realizes, like, that's true. Thinking on it now, yeah, we have gotten a lot stronger, and we would still have some time to train. So, King Kai, how long do you think it would take them to get to Earth? Tough to say. With Vegeta's ship, he was able to get there in about a year, but comparatively, Frieza's ship has much stronger engines, can move at a much faster speed. My guess, you have about 6 months at best. Oh man, we gotta get some real training in them, bro. Like, right. Well, and then we better go tell everyone. Basically, they gather everyone. Piccolo's still not doing his thing. Again, Piccolo in this version kind of just chills with time. It takes a long time for him to get to where he actually is in the original series and Super, but he eventually, because he just knows he can't do anything. Like, he can try to make a move, but he just can't do a damn thing. It kind of sucks, but whatever. So they meet on Kami's looking. I explained this. They got a half a year. Let's see, I'm looking at my time here. Almost 23 minutes. I can go over the brief match. Half a year's time. I think Goku and Raditz both go into the hyperbolic time chamber to train. Raditz will get one more time to go if he wants. Meanwhile, and actually, I think, honestly, everyone who needs to take a trip in the hyperbolic time chamber takes one trip in the hyperbolic time chamber. They get what gravity chamber training they want to get in. At this point, Goku's probably at a solid million before hyperbolic time chamber, with Raditz coming in from behind at about 500,000, 500,000. Now, the reason I did that is because at the moment, I don't see Bulma being able to raise the gravity much higher than the 100. Maybe she can get it to like 200 at this point, but we know Vegeta really was able to max that thing out, and that was detrimental in some ways. Meanwhile, everyone else is getting some gravity chamber training in too. They're nowhere near the same level of strength as, unfortunately, Raditz and Goku are. It's just a sad fact of life. Chaozu, at this point, I don't even think really participates in the fights. Although, between the gravity chamber and the hyperbolic time chamber, I'd imagine he'd probably be like at a 15,000. Again, that might seem low, but I already had him at 5,000 previously, and he does not progress very fast because he's not a martial artist. He's got psychic abilities. Piccolo basically given a chance by Kami to actually train with people and actually get stronger. Actually says, why should I? It's like, because you're never going to be able to defeat the government. You know that, Piccolo. Why do you insist on following the foolish ideals of an evil madman? Be something more. Be something greater. I need to take advice from an old man who doesn't know when to retire. But he does think, I was like, I'll train at the lookout, but that's it. No, it's a start. And, everyone's just like, why is Piccolo here? It's like, oh, relax. I can sense power levels. You're more than strong enough to beat him if he were to go wild. He's here to train with all of you. Despite the fact you're stronger than him, except for perhaps Goku, there is no one who is of more innate and natural fighter than him. You can learn a lot from each other. And so their training goes down. Piccolo refuses to use Diabolic Time Chamber. But Piccolo still gets a massive upgrade from that because he's training like hell with these guys. And probably is able to close the gap to like, let's see, 30,000 I believe is what I had him at. Honestly, at times 5 isn't unreasonable in my mind in half a year. Like serious, intense training with these guys. Yeah, I'd say 150,000 is pretty solid. And then we factor in gravity chaining with the Z fighters. Like I said, Chaozu is at about 15,000. Tien is still the strongest. I think he's actually right now evened out to Piccolo. So about 150,000. And then Yamcha pulls up Krillin pulls up second place between the Z fighters. Probably about 130. And then Yamcha's pulling up the rear. I'm going to say at an even 100,000. But then you get the Diabolic Time Chamber stuff. This is Goku's second time. This is the last time he can go in, at least until he dies again. That kind of, yeah. It's kind of like a reset dying. So Goku and Raditz will go in first. That basically just allows Goku to refine his Akari. He's not getting like, Super Saiyan buffs or anything. He's not increasing the percentage buff, but he's increasing his control, increasing how much Kaioken he can use with it. I'd imagine he could use maybe if he doesn't want to kill himself, he can use about it 10 times in there. 10 times I think would be his limit. And again, I'd still think it'd be about equivalent to using the Kaioken times 20. It's not going to kill him, but it'll tire him out. He's safer going at like at about 50. Or 50 times 5. But again, it's like any transformation. It's still going to put strain on his body. In fact, the Akari, from what we can tell, actually puts more strain than Super Saiyan does. Because some of Broly's screens were coming from pain. It wasn't coming from, just anger. So the Akari, it's still a form that causes a lot of strain on the body. That's why I think 10 at max, and he just can't do anymore. 5 is a safe limit. Meanwhile, Raditz is trying to learn Uzaro in there. He eventually, I think, will acquire Akari thanks to Goku's tutelage, and having learned it himself makes it easier to teach it. In terms of power, where are these guys at after a year's worth of training? Oh God, in there, we're probably looking at you're not looking at Cell Game Saga Goku. You're not looking at that. Something akin to half of that. At this point now, the power levels are kind of just, I can't really calculate them. At least in base, let's be clear here. We are talking about just in base form. So like maybe somewhere in the 40 million range. Maybe. And Raditz, again, pulling up the rear is somewhere like maybe the 30 million range. Then you get the Z fighters going in their respective one time. Krillin and Yamcha would go in, Chaozu and Tien would go in. Now, Chaozu and Tien, they actually would be the lesser of the two to get an advantage from this because training constantly with someone who isn't as strong as you and much weaker, it's only going to do so much for your growth. The reason they were able to progress so well is because they were training with everyone else. But in this case, I will put Tien at a solid 1.5 million. Chaozu probably gets now boost up to 30,000. So that's where I'm going to believe them. And then Yamcha and Krillin are actually going to get the better boost because they're much more evenly matched and therefore going to be able to really strengthen themselves and improve themselves beyond where they are. I'm going to put Krillin, now gets to be the top dog Z fighter, at about 2 million, 2.5. Actually, 2.5 is good. Yamcha is about 1.5. So he's, roughly speaking, similar to Tien now. I did say 1.5, not 1 million, right? With Tien? If so, I'm going to say 1.5 with Tien. So they'll get out and they're prepared for the training. And then before, are prepared for the fight. And right before, Bulma wishes both Yamcha and Raditz good luck. She gives Yamcha a hug. It's like, right on, babe. But then she gives Raditz a kiss on. She's like, good luck. It's like, yes. With that kind of luck, how can we lose? And he just gives Yamcha, looks like, I got the kiss, you got the hug. I wonder which one of us she likes a bit more. It's like the rivalry continues. Until then, though, I think that's a good place to leave it. We're just at the 30-minute mark, so great. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know the review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superman, Magic, what if. Anything to do with the channel, put that in the comments below as well. I'll get that at some point. And hit that bell if you want notifications. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll be back on Friday with the next Who Would Win. Other than that, though, I'm good for the week. Later, folks.